What's up? Welcome to the Art and Hustle podcast. It's your boy Tay with your boy.
And
HBKLilMarty.
All right, let's get right to it.
all right, so HBK, how long have you been making music? You said that you were interested in it since like you were a teenager, right?
Yeah, I've been doing music since I say like probably around like 15 or a little bit before 15. I was influenced by my brother, which is still making music, but at the time when he was making music, I was just learning. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing music for like over like 10 plus years.
10 plus years, all right. And then you said you started performing at places like the Forge when you were a teenager too.
Yeah, so my first performance ever was at Coast to Coast. It was Coast to Coast Live, and it was in Joliet as well. It was at the Forge. So that was like a little competition that came here, I guess, or whatever that I did. I tried out for it. I came in third place for it, so I had won a free performance and I think a couple other prizes, but that was my first performance. But yeah, I have performed at the Forge occasionally, multiple times.
All right, how did it feel your first time when you was performing?
It felt good. It felt like I don't know. It was like real shocking. Like it was like, damn, like I'm here, like I'm doing this. Like ain't no time to bullshit, play around. Like it's time to lock in if you finna do this.
Was you nervous?
Yeah, nervous. Nervous not the word. Stomach drop, everything. Like I just had to focus on like my song and my music to make sure I didn't mess up.
And then at that time was you had how many songs out?
Around that time, I think I had like dropped, cause that's when I went under the name of HBKLilMarty before I became HBK. So like this been me like years ago. Like when I first started in the industry was when I was like real influenced by like drill artists such as like Chief Keef and all that other drill stuff. Basically, it was really like my inspiration was Chief Keef. So then from there, it's like I had dropped a project called Life of YRN Part 1. So I say I probably had out like 6 or 7 songs.
And that was around 2018, right?
No. That was around like 2017, 2016.
And then I believe it was you were influenced by G Herbo a lot, right? Because you had the Sessions remix.
Yeah, so the Sessions remix came like after time like of me like evaluating and enhancing what I'm saying and making everything make sense and flow and still working on my deliverance. But yeah, I was influenced by G Herbo. Shout out to G Herbo. But yeah, that's when I had used that beat because I was really rocking with it at the time. And I still do. Don't get me wrong, I still do rock with G Herbo. I still rock with all his music. But it was that one specific song that caught me with that beat, and I was like, I'm going to do something to it, but I know I got to body it.
And then what was the next song you dropped after that? Was that Pain, I believe?
So after Sessions, yes, my next major song that I dropped was Pain. But before that, it was supposed to be my Mo Money freestyle, but due to legal issues, I can only drop it on SoundCloud. So my second song was, my second like official song on all platforms, would be Pain as HBK.
And then in between, you dropped a lot of freestyles on SoundCloud this past year, right? Like, what's it called? Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
And
man.
Child Support Freestyle, which I engineered too.
Yeah, man. We breaking out of that child support. Bro, but yeah, that Thanksgiving I had dropped on Thanksgiving. If y'all haven't heard it, go check it out. HBKLilMarty Thanksgiving on SoundCloud. My whole like album of music and library of music will always be on SoundCloud. Anything that I can't drop on Apple Music and the major platforms, everything you can find at SoundCloud.
And then what was the inspiration behind that, bro? Because I remember being in there, you're like, hey, let's freestyle instead of write. You said something about child support.
I don't know, man. I just know a lot of females out here be trying to support themselves off child support. Now, I'm not taking away from the females who, you feel me, like the father really not, you know what I'm saying, doing their responsibilities, taking care of their child, and actually need that to support their child. But the ones out here that just running around, you feel me, know they got a kid, and you feel me, like, that's basically what I made it for like the people who actually taking care of their kid, but they still want to put them on child support. But the people who really supposed to be put on child support is the people that's not there. type shit.
And then what's you're planning on dropping a project, right? An EP soon?
Yeah, so I'm in the works of dropping a major project that I've been working on for months now, making sure deliverances and sound quality and everything, making sure everything is official and legal. That way I could really put promotion and push this project that's coming out. But yeah, I'll be first to say it here. The project is going to be named It'll All Make Sense Later. So that's something to be looking forward to. 7 solid songs that's gonna drop on there. It's gonna be the real lit.
Why you choose that name?
Because from a kid growing up, I was discouraged sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I first started, like people weren't really rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? Like people looked at me, took me as a joke. So from there, I was just like, I'm finna rebrand myself, and I don't care what nobody say. Like. Even when I was YRN, I had stopped rapping as YRN and just took a break off because, like, when I was younger, then when I dropped the YRN stuff, I went by MJ the Kid. So I used to drop, like, music before that, like, all the way back in, like, 2013, 14, too, but I used to go under another name. But my first song ever on YouTube was called MJ the Kid Bands. But to fast forward to now, like, basically, the reason why I say it all makes sense later because the people who didn't believe will eventually see the vision.
And then you got producers like Josh Bay on there, right?
Yeah, man. Big shout out Josh Bay, man. That's my boy from Cali, man. Big shout out Josh Bay. I wouldn't be the new HBK I am without that man.
You got any other producers or features?
I got one feature that's on my album. It all make sense later. I got one feature, and that's my brother. He go by Debo. So he'll be on.
That's your older brother?
Yeah, that's my older brother who influenced me to even start the music stuff. So I only got one feature on there. You know what I'm saying? I only got one feature on there, and that's family.
And then how soon can we expect the project?
Man. Only thing I could say is coming very soon, very close. Like it's very near. Like everything is done. For people who didn't know, like outside of like music, you know, everybody got their regular life, but. I was playing sports, you know, had an injury, tore my ACL, which made me set back. I was supposed to drop before the new year. But you know what I'm saying? God got a plan for everything, and I'm going to just let everything play out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just let everything play out, pray about it, and then whenever it drops, it's going to drop. But I could definitely promise y'all that it's dropping very soon. So just keep an eye out on that.
And then I know sometimes, like, through music, it's crazy. You can, like, really develop so much, and then it goes into your music, and it changes the sound. How have you felt that your sound has changed over the years?
I felt like I finally found myself. Like, it felt like it's because, like I was telling you, I was real influenced growing up by, like, Chief Keef, G Herbo, even shit, Polo G, when he started to boom, like, you feel me, like, all the major drill hits, Lil Durk. Like it's just like a lot that played into that me finding my sound. And my favorite artist as of now is Lil Baby. So I don't know. I just go in the mindset and the game plan that like I don't really know his game plan, of course, but I just attack everything how he would attack it. Like you feel me? Like big shout out Lil Baby. Like I don't know. He just stand on business. So I feel like for people to take HBK serious, I gotta stand on business and mean what I do and have to be 100% organic to myself and my sound.
And then how has these past few months with your injury been? Like, have you feel like that shaped this next project and how that's gonna turn out?
Majority of the project was kind of wrote before the ACL, but I feel like it definitely shapes and plays a part into it too because like in the EP coming, you should expect like it's gonna be some lit songs, it's gonna be songs for the females, it's gonna be songs where I'm talking my shit. You feel me? So I feel like everything that I've been through and everything that I've seen and been throughout like life in general and my music career, I feel like it definitely shapes this album. That's why I said, like, it'll all make sense later. Mm-hmm. You know, you got to go through shit to write about shit. You got to went through some shit to know about some shit.
Mm-hmm. What's your goals with music?
My goal with music is to overachieve my goal, which is making sure family is secure, making sure everybody is taken care of, making sure I can help others. You know what I'm saying? Give back to, my peoples, give back to the community. Like, I'm real big on that. Like, a lot of people don't know that, but, like, the reason why I be pushing, like, pink so much, like, pink not even my favorite color. Like, real talk, pink not even my favorite color. I don't even, you feel me? But my favorite color blue, by the way. But the reason why I've been pushing pink is because, like, I'm promoting prosperity, love, prosperity, and happiness. So if you go on my Instagram, which is my Instagram,
That's your bio, right?
Yeah. It's in my bio. You're gonna see like a heart. You're gonna see a church with a heart, like a pink heart. So it's like that's like my symbol of like showing people like I'm showing y'all my love, prosperity, and happiness. Like I put that one emoji, and that basically is telling you everything. Like I'm supporting you. Like I see you.
And I feel like it's really been touching everybody because at your recent shows, you've had a pretty big turnout every time, and you've posted videos, and it's always like, what's the hand thing you do? You do
it's basically right? Like a broken heart because you know what I'm saying. It go with the HBK.
Heartbroken. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. It go with the brand, and I feel like it's something that people could connect to because everybody done been through a heartbreak. Everybody done been heartbroken. Everybody done not seen death, but had death in their family. So it's like heartbreak go into a lot of stuff. And big shout out Shawn Michaels because I originally got it from him, but I had to put my own little spin on it.
And I feel like it has been connecting because all your comments, that's like what people be commenting. Like you've built a real fan base around, and your support system is really rooting for you.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to all the supporters, man. Like I tell everybody, and I continue to tell people, bro, what you give out into the world is what you're going to get back. Mm-hmm. So you feel me? Like, I try my best to not get taken out of character and always be that happy person and that person that support their people and support their friends and stuff. So I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm a new wave. Like, y'all going to see that too when I drop my EPs. Like, I'm not sounding like the next person, but I'm giving y'all some shit.
Giving like that real authentic, like you're not trying to be nobody, and that's good because that's what we need in the music industry. Everybody's trying to portray something they're not.
Yeah, bro, and I had to take a step back from that. Like, you feel me? By me being from Chicago and from like out west area, you feel me? Like I've seen a lot. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot, and I know how stuff get down. So you feel me? Like, if that ain't really you, just basically like just take a step back from it because you messing up your own brand and blocking your own blessings trying to be someone you're not. You feel me? And I feel like when I rebranded myself, don't get me wrong, drill is always gonna be a part of me. You feel me? We from Chicago. I'm from Chicago. I'm from out west. You feel me? So it's like, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna drop some songs that's gonna have that little spice to it, but I'm not promoting violence. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm not promoting violence at all. Like, stop the violence. You know what I'm saying?
And I know you said recently that you were trying to, like, just make videos that really have a meaning behind it and stop showing certain images like weapons and guns in your videos, right?
Yes, yeah. Like, but all of my videos, like, you would never see, like, me as HBK, and even when I was YRN, you would never see no weapon in my video. But just know they might be around. You feel me?
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about creating music? Is it the actual songs itself in the studio experience, or is it the rollout or the videos?
The whole production of music, I love. I love the fact that I have learned so much from my friends and from connections that I met. Big shout out to Jason. You know, he got his thing going on. Big shout out to bro, man.
Shout out to him.
You feel me? Like, if I don't know, I could just say it like this, man. Like, a lot of people played in who HBK is. Like, shout out to my team. Shout out to Mata. That boy got a bussin'. You know what I'm saying? Done by Mata. If y'all haven't seen, go ahead, check that out.
Hey, ain't he hit 1 million views, right?
Yeah. Shout out my boy, man. Y'all haven't worked with him, go tap in. Also, shout out to my boy ZBE. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Otto. You know what I'm saying? That's gang. Shout out Punk. That's my cousin, man. He got it going too, man. He got a concert coming up too. You know what I'm saying? In Cleveland. Shout out to him. Let me see. Who else I'm missing, man? if I'm being real, I don't really, you feel me? I don't really rock with people like that. So like, it's hard for me like to even come fluent with people. But shout out to whoever know I'm rocking with them, man. Shout out to my team. Shout out to everybody who around me. Oh, also shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy Peanut and Keep Mine, but them my right hand, man. Shout out to Greg too. That's also my boy. He real. He a real one for sure. He always, you feel me, like there for me mentally. For sure. Like anybody I could call and he gonna give me some real gritty advice, I call Greg. Bro, shout out Greg.
What is the biggest step back that has held you from your music?
My biggest step back that have held me from my music is my ACL. I'm really trying to get through that way I can start back, you feel me? Grinding, getting back into work, you know what I'm saying? Like making that money flow back the way I could get this project out to y'all.
Type shit. I bet. So apart from that, has anyone's like freaking, once you do this shit, you get hate, all that type shit. Did that ever hold you back or no?
No, because if they hating, I'm doing something right.
Bet. I
You
like
feel
that.
me? I don't run from hate. I love hate. Anyone who hate me, I love y'all. Y'all helping me, you feel me? Prosper
shit.
and go harder.
Yes, sir.
Turn them frowns upside down.
And then with your music, you like to use a lot of samples, right? That's what a lot of the songs like are gonna sound like.
No.
Next project?
No, my next project, don't get me wrong, like I use samples for the SoundCloud stuff, like I was saying, like due to the copyright issues, but like I said, another person who played a big part in HBK coming along and just to give a little big shout out back to Punk, he was actually in the studio when I had came up with the name HBKLilMarty. And he was like, that sound way better. It sound like a new you. But no, on this project, big shout out to Josh Bay, man. I wouldn't be HBK without that man. Like I said in the beginning, he found my flow. You feel me? Like we actually FaceTime and make my beats. You know what I'm saying? So like this upcoming project, I own. You feel me? 100% of everything. You feel me? Like my boy Josh definitely slid on that whole project. Big shout out to Josh Bay, man.
And then people actually don't know this, but I've known you for a minute now. You actually have a clothing brand that is pretty representative of you as an artist as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
You want to go ahead and talk about that?
Yeah. This one I'm wearing right now is called Cold Hearted, you know what I'm saying? It's go along with the HBK brand, you know what I'm saying? Once again, everybody had a heart broke, but you feel me? That changed you cold hearted because now you're not going for that shit. Like, you feel me? Like, you standing on your business.
And then how long have you had that clothing brand for?
I had it for about a year. Once again, I had to take a step back from it, but it will be returning in 2023 this year. So that probably be something to look forward to as a surprise drop along with my EP dropping as well. So just stay tuned for that.
What made you want to start a clothing brand?
I feel like it's another part of giving me to the people. So it's like another way of connecting with them by them wearing my merch and by it being something that could tie into what I got going on with my music and make them feel like they a part of what I got going on. You know what I'm saying?
Like
Like
have a piece of it with them.
right, yeah. Like
Physically.
I love all my supporters, anyone who support me. Like I wouldn't be where I'm at without y'all. Even the little numbers, the big numbers, the anything. Like you feel me? Like shout out to all my supporters and the people who really behind me for sure. Oh yeah, big shout out H, man, my boy out in California, man. Shout out to that boy Hubert.
What's your plans for 2023?
I plan on dropping this EP, doing some work with my boy Mata, like I mentioned before. Really putting promotion behind it because I know it's gonna be that. Like I'm very positive about this EP. Also back to kind of backtracking to what Ant has said about the samples. Shout out to that boy Ant for making that Thanksgiving and that child support. Shout out to him. He got his own little music going on too, man. So that's my boy too. I can't leave my boy Ant out. Shout out Tay too. You feel me? Shout out everybody, man. I love everybody, man.
How did it feel like growing up in Chicago?
So I'm not gonna bap like growing up in Chicago. You see a lot of stuff. You see a lot like 'cause Chicago compared to back then is way different. Nowadays, back then you would see people get jumped. You would see people get beat up, knocked out. like stuff like that. But like now it's just like really a lot of like promoting of, well, they're promoting the gun violence, but we really trying to stop that. But like growing up, I don't know, I wouldn't say it was too bad. It was fun. You know what I'm saying? Like especially back in like the early 2000s, like 2000, I say to 11 through like 18, like it was nothing but vibes. Everybody, like, you feel me? Like you knew who clicked with who. The parties would be fun. You don't gotta worry about it. You feel me? Like it still happen, but you don't gotta worry about it getting shot up. You don't gotta. You feel me? If anything, you were just gonna get your ass beat up, jump, something like that. But no bap. I was back and forth out west on the weekends, like majority with my pops. Like you feel me? Like, cause I'm not gonna bap. Like I stayed with my OG in the burbs. You feel me? Like my OG had moved out to the burbs because she ain't want me going to school out there. So, like, shout out to my OG for that, you feel me, making sure that she took me out of harm's way. But, like, if I'm really being real, like, I grew up in the burbs and out west, like, but, like, I seen a lot of shit when I was out west. Like, it was times when I was out west for, like, months at a time and then come back to the burbs, months at a time back in the burbs. But I don't know. I feel like Chicago fun, man. As long as, if we could just come back together like we was when bopping was around and it was fun, like, Fifi's, like, and for anybody who don't know what a Fifi is basically a block party. It's a block party where the speakers outside and everybody dancing, having fun, you feel me? Might catch some snowballs outside, you know what I'm saying? Get the little ices going on, little snowball ices. The ice cream trucks, all that shit, like, you feel me? Like, it was fun, it was a vibe. But, you feel me, like, sad to say, like, now it's like, it's not like that. Now you gotta look over your shoulder everywhere you go. I mean, you never supposed to be lacking, but now it's like way more like you got to worry about somebody pulling up to you at a stoplight and just, you feel me, letting something go. Like nowadays they just killing. Like, you feel me? Like now I don't even really be out there no more. Like I try my best not to be out there no more if I don't got to, but I'm not finna let nothing scare me from my block. Like I still love my people and my family out there, so I'ma still go slide and see my peoples.
Have you ever had anything crazy happen to you in this music industry? As an artist, when you start to grow and really reach success, people start acting weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you ever had, what's like the weirdest thing you had happen to you?
The weirdest thing I had happen to me, and you feel me, it happened a while ago, and I'm not going to put his name into it because, like I said, I forgive everybody, but I don't forget. But I made a song with it was a song with another artist, and we had came to agreement, like, you feel me, we didn't even make a lot of bread off of it, but it was still the fact of the point, like, this is somebody I used to call, like, my right-hand man. But I made a song with him, and when we seen, I'm not gonna lie, I think it was like $80-something we made off of it, but we supposed to split it, you feel me? Mm-hmm. Like, we both on the song, we both made the song. He took the bread and ran off with it. I say, that's cool. Right then and there, I told myself, I'm not making music with nobody else who not family. Mm-hmm. Or if, like, I don't really trust you. Like, I'm real stingy with features now. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, after this project I dropped, me and my brother got something in the works. So, like, I'm really working. I'm really working, but this ACL made me have a major setback because y'all would have been had this EP. But, like, yeah, man. I had made the song with him. He said we had came to agreement we was gonna split the bread. It wasn't a lot. Then the money came, and then he basically like poof. You feel me? Like then when I brought it to his attention, he still ain't want to. You feel me? So it's less like I just stay away from them type of people, and I just respect my own craft. And I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to that incident because after I stopped talking to him, that's when I got in real studios because I used to just record when I was YRN. Like y'all not gonna never hear me record some as HBK at no, you feel me? I'm gonna just keep it respectful and make sure I just say like I'm gonna make sure my quality is there. But that's when I was recording with lower quality. You know what I'm saying? And after me stop being around that person, I found myself too and enhanced my sound and took the next step to go to a big studio. Shout out to Envion. Shout out to my boy Dro. Shout out to Kel. You know my major too that I was going to. But Dro, my number one from Envion right now. But shout out Dro. But yeah, man, like after that happened, it made me better as a person because like I was just like, all right, cool. I'm just start stacking my bread, going to a real studio instead of going to somebody's crib. You feel me? Like, I don't know. I did a lot of reevaluating.
And do you think you've learned a lot about the music industry and just how to go about business these past few years?
Yeah, I see how a lot of stuff work. And it's really all about connections, bro. And it's about who you know. That's major. That's really, really major. Like, if you're an artist or just starting, like, I really recommend it. Try to make it to events. Try to best to keep your face relevant. Try to keep being that person that's always at the events, because little do you know, you could just bump into that one person, they could change the whole situation.
It's crazy how much can happen in just like 1 year.
Yeah, no doubt. I have met a lot of people recently through, like, you feel me, just being a genuine person, being at the right place at the right time, sliding to events. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a great industry, I feel like, so far, but I know it gets nitty and gritty. Like, you feel me? Like, of course, I haven't had that major breakthrough yet, but I could tell, like, it could get fishy, but you know what I'm saying? I still love the craft of music, from making sure it's legal to the beats to the instruments to the lyrics. You feel me? Like, it could get real deep.
Who's like a favorite artist you want to work with?
Oh, that's easy. Lil Baby. Easy.
Why?
Easy. Like I said, man, he kind of like a mentor I look up to too in the industry, you know what I'm saying? He not for the bullshit. He gonna keep it player. He not, you feel me? He moves smart, you know what I'm saying? He about his business. That's a businessman at the end of the day. Like, I remember I was watching the interview, he said he didn't get no tattoos because he didn't want to get looked at or criticized. Basically, I'm summing it up. I don't know if he said it exactly like this, but basically saying, like, he don't want to be looked at or turned down because of some tattoos for a business proposal or something. Yeah. But yeah, man, like, I don't know, with this music, Lil Baby's like who I look up to. Like, you feel me? Like, how he do stuff and how he move and how he carry himself. You feel me? Like, he don't have a lot of hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he don't promote violence. He actually talking him, and he's being organic, and people fuck with that. You feel me? Like, another person that ain't, well, I not met, but a person that I say influenced me too is DDG, because you feel me, he real smart, he very smart, he know how business work, he know how to make money, and he know how to make it off his phone. Like, you feel me, like DDG, he just grind. I feel like
some people like to take away from the fact, like, they don't give him the respect he deserves because he blew up off of YouTube.
Not at all. Yeah. I watch, bro. Shout out to DDG, bro. I've been watching him since, you feel me, he was in college to where he at now, to when he had the BMW, to when he got it, to when he made the remix, this song, to the diss track, to the when he was dating Kennedy, to all that, man. Like, shout out to DDG. Yeah, he know what he got going on, and he know what he done.
All right, who's your top 5 favorite artists?
Oh, okay. Lil Baby. Top 5 favorite artists. We talking about, like, as of right now?
Yeah.
Lil Baby, Polo G.
G Herbo ain't on your list?
No, Swerve always gonna be on the list, but I'm trying to think of others. Like, Swerve is gonna come. I fuck with Swerve heavy, so you can go ahead and add Swerve and so G Herbo, Polo G, Lil Baby. Who can I say, like, I'm really. Oh, NLE Chopper. I fuck with NLE Chopper heavy.
Yeah.
Who else? I fuck with Dirk heavy too. But I just feel like, how can I put this? I don't know. I just feel like Dirk is a legend for sure. But I just feel like I don't, cause I fuck with Dirk heavy and I listen to his music, but I don't want to disrespect Dirk and say, like, he not, like, but it's like me being honest, like, he not one of my top 5, but he definitely like top 10. Yeah. You feel me? So shout out Dirk. But I would say who took that 5th spot is, let me see. Damn, if I'm being real, I fuck around and just say my cousin. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I listen to a lot of my family music. So I say punt.
Valid. All right. What's the most craziest thing that happened to you in your childhood?
Shit, man, I used to be a menace in school. So, like, shit, elementary, every day I used to damn near get detention or in-school suspension. No
Damn.
doubt. Yeah, I was a little, I don't know what, I don't know. That was a different HBK. That was YRN. That was MJ the Kid. I don't know what was going on, but I was bad as hell in school. Elementary, yeah, I ain't go back. I ran away from school. Uh, yeah, but going into middle school, shit, still bad as hell. I had got kicked out of 8th grade year. I was just fighting. I was fighting a lot. Like a shit ton in elementary through middle school. But I feel like I said, man, it's just like a lot of trials and tribulations. But my school life, don't get me wrong, when I got to high school, I think I fucked up like one time freshman year. Damn, I got kicked out of high school.
Bro, it's always freshman year.
Yeah, bro, and I had to lock in, bro. And then I don't know, like after freshman year, like I just straightened up. But like the elementary through middle school, yeah, I was bad as shit. Nigga, I was getting kicked out, suspended, in school suspension, all types of shit. I let off fart bombs, all types of shit in school, bro. I don't know what the fuck I was on. I'm dead ass. I put a file up. I'll let y'all know. This is exactly how I went. We had a field trip, so I knew I wasn't gonna be there. So we had a 7th grade field trip. This 7th grade, I'm dead ass. And you feel me? If y'all want any confirmation, you can ask the motherfuckers I went to school with. You can ask Kevon. But it was a day we had a field trip, and I had this fart bomb. I had took it from my pops because he was doing pranks like at stores. Like he had dropped that bitch at the store, and then the people walk past, he'd laugh at their reaction type shit. So I took one of his. I let that bitch go before we went to the field trip. So as we go into the field trip, we loading up the buses. I hurry up, go to the bathroom before anybody else going there. Let that bitch off. I get up out of there. So we on the field trip. I think we was going to a magic show. We on the field trip. We go to Portillo's first, right? Then we go to the magic show. So after the magic show, we get back to the school. We see firefighters, like, you feel me? Motherfuckers trying to figure out what that stank is. So they was low key no bap, like they dead ass said, like, cause I was down in the office after school, like they didn't even know it was me. They didn't know who the fuck it was, but I'm finna tell y'all how I got caught up. But they didn't even know what the fuck was going on to the point that where they was finna close school down for like 2 days, gang. Like no bap, like the school I went to was finna close down for like 2 days. But on the way walking home, I had another one. Let a friend see one, and the dumbass dropped it right in front. Because the principal used to walk us home in the birds. You feel me? The principal used to walk us home because it still used to be like, don't get me wrong, we moved to the birds, but it was still low key buzzing. Like motherfuckers from the city moving out here too, so it's still low key kind of rough where I'm at in the birds still. So the principal was walking us to the crib and shit. I let him see one. He bust that bitch right in front of the motherfucking principals. So they instantly walking behind us. They get to this smell like what was at the school. So they look at the glass. So you feel me? So they snatch him up and he told on me. You feel me? I don't fuck with him like that no more. But you feel me? At the time we was kids, so you feel me? Like that was some kid shit. Like I'm over that shit now. But at the time I want to beat his ass. Like, fuck is wrong with you? But yeah, that was some crazy shit, bro. I don't know, bro. It get wilder in elementary. I remember in 4th grade, a dude sat in my seat. I went to the pencil sharpener. I got the sharpener in my, boy, I was tweaking. I was crazy, but I was young though. I can talk about it now because I was young, but I was crazy.
Type shit.
Yeah, we're gonna let YRN and MJ the Kid rest. We HBK now.
How important do you think content is when it comes to being an artist? Because I feel like a lot of people forget that you need content and you need context behind it.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's the number one important thing is having content and promotion, because like without a vision or without an image, your music only gets you so far by itself. So I feel like the more content you have, the more attraction you're gonna bring the more you gonna look more lit, the more flow, and I feel like that's how everything starts to click. But I feel like content and networking.
Because I feel like some people, including me, I don't like to make content. I'm not gonna lie, but that's the stuff that really gets it pushing. Like, you need an image, or when you listen to a song, you got like a mental image of what's going on, or you got a story that you're trying to tell. So
Exactly.
it helps it like move along and connect with people easier.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that 100 for sure. 100%, because they not only seeing a visual, but they hearing what you're talking about. They flowing with what you got going on, and you feel me? It just all clicks, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, music isn't just music. It's a creation and a journey.
And I feel like in this day and age, when we got so many different platforms,
Literally, like,
it's like dumb not to keep creating, because that's what's gonna keep pushing you. You see people on TikTok that make stupid stuff. They're popping on TikTok,
and they getting paid for it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, it's all about content. That's what I'm saying. You
Being
never know when
consistent,
the next video gonna go viral, the next song gonna go viral. That's why you just gotta keep consistently making that content, and then that content gonna turn into something bigger.
All right, it was a pleasure having you here today, my boy.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man. Anytime, man.
So basically, this next year we're just gonna receive a lot of content.
Yes, sir.
EP, you said 7 songs.
Yes, sir. 7 solid songs, man.
And performances.
Yes, sir. And 7 solid songs featuring my brother Debo, man.
Is there any other shout outs you want to give?
Just shout out to Ant for having me. Shout out to Tay for having me, man. Shout out to my team. Shout out to everybody who been pushing me. Big shout out Mata. Big shout out Otto. Big shout out Punk for sure. Definitely a big shout out to Josh Bay, because without him, you feel me, HBK wouldn't be. Just shout out to my whole fan base. Shout out to everybody who just behind me, you feel me. Long live my uncle P Weezy. Free that boy KJ.
Bet. All right.
And before I get up out of here, EP will be dropping next week. It'll all make sense later. Stay tuned, bro.